What's going on, guys? Gab here, and welcome back to another more video. And it's been a little bit of time since I've recorded a video. I was gonna record a video 2 nights ago, and then a night ago, and then I just never did. Today we are gonna talk about Inter Barca. I crashed out already. I did it when I needed to do. What a match from Barca! What a match from Inter! You can't be too mad at how everything's went out. I look weird. There you go. My room was a mess. I made my bed last second, and then that's kind of how it is. So, quick story. I was gonna record a video 2 nights ago about the Copa del Rey final, my reaction on it, because I went out for the day, and then I was gonna talk about it, and I was gonna talk about the first leg against Inter. I don't need to, since they played the second leg already, so I might as well just talk about the entire time. I'm gonna just say this: GG to Inter, GG for a hell of a match. Barca, in my opinion, they played really well. They came back from 2 down to 3-2. That should have been it, but of course, it's football, soccer, however it is. The first leg, of course, not the new camp, in the Montjuic, I think that's how you pronounce it. Of course, where I think it's Barca. Sorry, but I'm trying so hard to look at that, but I just look at myself. But yeah, it's been a little bit since I actually recorded a video in front. I hope I look decent enough. Quick disclaimer: I did buy a few jerseys, and they're coming in a few days. Off one of those sites I always buy things on, like it was like a buy 3 get 2 free, because I wanted a replica of my Argentina jersey, because of it's fading out, and I can't stop it, and I loved wearing it, so I'll just buy a rep and then keep my original, my authentic there, because it's my precious pride and joy. But yeah, Barca in the first leg, they played really, really poor in the first half. The second half, Lamine Yamal's goal, stunner. I'm trying to think of who else scored. Rafinha's, even though Rafinha had such a nice shot, of course it went off the back of his head. Who scored the second goal for them? Was it Garcia? No, Araujo, Cuarsi, Martinez. No. I can't remember who scored the second goal. Ferran Torres, there you go, Ferran Torres. Also, okay, I'm going to talk about the first leg, and I'm going to transition into the second leg. Ferran Torres was really poor today, in my opinion, in his runs and everything, solid to a certain extent, but he played very poor in front of net today, super poor. Rafinha, really poor until the later stages of the match. So the first leg I watched at home. It was a Wednesday. I didn't have class, so my ass was in my living room on my couch. And today I was at school. I had class. I had some I'm taking a political science class, so we had like a United Nations thing. It's like a simulation of like oil embargoes and stuff like that to get more points. My eyes look really cross-eyed today, more than usual. It's really weird. No, not like if you have that, it's completely fine. Like my eyes, like my left eye is my right eye, I don't know. Maybe because I woke up. Maybe I never noticed it. Maybe it's because I'm wearing glasses. I genuinely don't know, but yeah. What was I gonna say? So yeah, today I was at school, and you already know how that could have went. I had my tablet out. Me and my friend were watching. She's also a Barca fan, and she was sitting ironically behind me. So I put my tablet to a certain angle, so we were both watching it. The first goal, solid. The first goal for Inter, really solid. Beat the outside trap. Lautaro Martinez, of course, you guys know. I envy Lautaro Martinez, of course. The number 9 for la selección Argentina, Papa de Colombia. Big moment, man. Sadly today, he should have been injured. I really wish he was out for this tie. He scored. Barca could not retaliate, and the penalty was a really iffy penalty. So I'm a realistic fan. I don't like being, oh my god, that's not a foul, this is not. If it looked like it was contact, but it's like it's also the situation. Of course, they're both running at full pace. For me, it's not a pen. It could easily be a pen. For me, it's not a pen. Of course, Chanaloglu, the Turkish man, the man from the Ottoman Empire. Wait, where was he? Where was he before? He was at Dortmund, right? No, I think his name is Hakan. Oh yeah, Hakan Chanaloglu. He was at Borussia. He was at Bayer Leverkusen, right, before this? Or am I really? Damn. He was at Bayer Leverkusen 7 years ago. I completely forgot he was at AC Milan. Oh yeah, he went from AC to Inter. Right. That's awkward, isn't it? Let's see the teams he scored against. Anyways, but yeah. Scored the penalty, slotted it in. Of course, I did not see Eric Garcia's first goal because, it was passing. And then they had an event at my school, like an award ceremony. I didn't go because obviously, 1, I was nominated. 2, I didn't sign up. 3, I wasn't going with any club. So me and my friends, because we know a lot of the club members in most of the clubs, the bigger ones are ethnic clubs. So we were talking to them and stuff, congratulating them, and like obviously being nominated. But we were watching it. I saw mad Barca jerseys today, so I was like, "Yeah, it's a sign." My friend wore my Barca jersey because I let her borrow it because it doesn't fit me. It's the black one, the black and gold one I have from the 2021 season because it doesn't fit me. It's a large, but it doesn't fit me. I'm really scared that these jerseys are gonna not fit me. Because they're Nike jerseys. I don't like buying Nike reps because they fit tight. Adidas reps are pretty like stretchier. Nike reps are not. And then my other classmate on the other side, she had her Barca jersey from, I think it was last season. I think it was a Barca jersey from last season, and I didn't wear mine because I kind of forgot. Plus, I already wore my Barca jersey 2 times this week. I wore it Thursday and I wore it, I think it was Tuesday or Monday. I don't remember. Was it the week before? Oh, no clue. But yeah, so I was watching it in passing. This is a really bad analysis. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna say talking about it, not really an analysis. I'm not really an analytics stat person. Unless it's betting, and I think I'm gonna stop betting for a while. That game killed me. Like when it's like these type of losses, I'm just like, bro, why do I even bet? Why do I even try? I'm not getting out of the hood anytime soon. So basically, we were passing. We were watching the game. I saw 2-1 on my notification on my phone, and then I put it on. And Dani Olmo, of course, scored the second goal. Because Barca were attacking so well. Lamine Yamal really playing well in a sense of I really wish he would use his right foot more often, passing to the right back. The 5 midfielders killed Barca momentum. Di Marcos was getting turned on like he was Saka against Alaba in the quarterfinal. Rafinha had a really poor game the first half. The second half he was playing a lot better. But yeah, the first game, Dumfries with a brace, 2 golazos, nothing. I mean, the header was good, but his it's not a bicycle kick. It was more like his overhead kick. It was really nice. Who scored the third goal for them? It was. Wait, that was the third goal. That was the second goal, and the third goal was a header. And then of course, Lukaku. I almost said Lukaku. What's his name? Marcus Thuram. 30 seconds in, I was like, yo, this is gonna be a long ass tie. In a sense of tie, as in like the full 180 minutes of football that potentially would be replayed. Barca, of course, retaliated. Lamine Yamal goal, whatever. After that game, we were like, okay, I had optimism because, of course, Inter are one of the best defensive teams in the world. They have not conceded before this. They only conceded 2 goals in the Champions League. I'm not really a stat guy. I'm more like a okay type of thing, right? And of course they had I think they won on the weekend, or they tied. I don't remember what it was, but they had a really poor start on the weekend. Of course, Barca, of course, are still going for the treble, or were going for the treble at the moment, and they had to beat Real Valladolid, of course, Ronaldo Nazario's team that he bought from the second division. And we wanted to rest players. I'm going to say we because it's just easier. They had to put in Lamine because what's his name? Rodriguez. His player got injured. Dominguez got injured. Wait, was it? I forgot who was injured. It was a kid who made his debut. I think 19 years old. I think he like sprained his arm or tore his arm or something. I don't know. He came off in the 35th minute. Lamine Yamal came on. Rafinha came on. A lot of our starters came on. Pedri started, I think, that game. So a lot of our players were tired. Of course, this weekend against Madrid. Why? Like, why do we have Madrid back to back, and then Inter back to back, and then like those 5 games were gonna be killer. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Relegation teams, when they need to, they will play like, I don't know, like prime Brazil in 2002 or 2010 Spain. But yeah, the second leg, Barca's inconsistency killed them. It's always the inconsistency in the defense. Like, their offside trap is really beatable, especially like later parts of the season, because some players know how to read it. Some players get lucky. Everyone's talking to Gerard Martin in the first leg. He was Martin in the first leg was really inconsistent. In the second leg, he was really good. Of course, the mistake at the end, but honestly, Araujo should have gotten that, like, to Acerbi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Not Acerbi, it's Acerbi, because it's a CE. Acerbi, Ace. Like, when it's CE, it's like, I think it's CHE is key. I think I took basic Italian for a year. I don't know how to speak anything. You're lucky I'm not crashing out right now, but it was no, because ironically, my friend was like, it's like, I'm like, Barca's winning. I'm also gonna win my money that I bet. I think I bet like $20. I was like, perfect. I was like, let's go to Starbucks, because they wanted a drink, and I was like, you know what, why not? And then the fucking barista, he said 3-3, and of course on Paramount Plus it's like a minute behind. And goal. And then my heart dropped, and then I was on the train 4-3, and then I was watching on the train, and Barca could have had chances. Also, it was raining, bro. Like, rain for a comeback was gonna ask for too much. The ref inconsistent at some points for both teams. Of course, the foul on Gerard Martin at the end, I don't know if it was a foul or not. I genuinely didn't really care. Of course, Araujo should have gotten that out. Araujo has been really inconsistent. Like, sometimes he has really amazing games. He has the physicality of a prime defender you need. But, bro, sometimes that may be selling us. What else? Who else did I want to talk about? Lewandowski coming in late. I think he was going to come in a lot earlier. I personally feel like he should have came in a little earlier, at least the 75th, 80th minute. But yeah, Lamine Yamal at the end, like, you can kind of read how Yamal is always going to cross it in, trivela, whatever, like, always into the box. Excuse me. The midfield tired, De Jong tired, Pedri tired, like, Gavi doesn't have that playmaking ability like that, so it was like, also, Jan Sommer played such a hell of a good match. I think he had a good, like, 9, 8, 10 saves in the match. I genuinely don't know how many, but it was a lot. Chesney, inconsistent in front of net sometimes. Like, he's solid, but honestly, I feel like having Ter Stegen, a more athletic goalkeeper, could have saved us a little bit more. I'm not gonna say that, you know, he was gonna work out, but I did crash out on the train. Like, I started, like, laughing. Like, I wanted to cry. Like, realistically, I don't cry like that anymore. But like I was feeling the tears and stuff, and then yeah, I couldn't cry, and I just started listening to Juice World for like my walk home. It took me like 25-30 minutes to walk home, and I just listened. I didn't even, like, the time went by so fast, I didn't even realize. But wait, where did I walk through? Oh yeah, I walked through like the ghetto part, never mind. But wait, who scored? Oh yeah, it's Asadris. Yeah. Wait, what was I going with this? Like, the thing is with Barca, like, people were like, oh, they got cocky. I'm like, bro, like, I think they could have. Honestly, I didn't really watch the match too intensely. I asked my friend for her cross because I was like, yo, it was like the 80th minute, nothing was happening. Remember, I saw her. I never see her, so I said it was her. I said it was her fault that we lost. She says she's a Barca fan, but like she doesn't watch the games because like, she's bad juju, or like Ecuador games. I'm like, bro, like, the Ecuadorians, they'll lose no matter whether you watch or you don't watch because they're whack. I'm kidding. They had pretty good games. They had pretty good players. Bacho for PSG has been really solid this season. William Bacho, by the way. What was he going with this? Oh yeah, so she didn't have a cross, and then after she, like, I texted her. I was like, yeah, it's your fault. And she was like, oh, I have no, wait. Because she posted, I think she posted a note or something, and I was like, see, this is your fault. And then she was like, oh, I had a stamp and not cause I asked for her cross, to kiss her cross, because I never pray, I never do any of that. On the train I was praying, and then I saw 4-3, and I was like, yo, I need to pray again. But seriously, like, what a match. I can't even be mad. Like, I didn't get flashbacks to Anfield. I got, like, it sucked losing. It sucks losing that, like, because realistically, I feel like the UCL final would have been whatever. It would have been the biggest match in Barca's history in a while. Lamine Yamal played an outstanding season as a 17-year-old, which is completely crazy. A starter for next season. I feel like we literally. I'm not gonna bullshit it. Injuries killed our momentum this part of the season. Lewandowski out. More stress on the players. Alejandro Valde out, Koundé out. You're telling me our starting fullbacks are out. A striker you can kind of live without because Ferran Torres and Diego Ron has been in good form, and other players would just have to step up. And plus Pau Victor is a solid option on the bench, solid in a lot of capacity. But who played left back today? Gerard Martin was not bad. He made the mistake, but he had 2 assists, I think. But Balde's pace, you can tell, like, later into the match, like, the subs. I don't think Hansi Flick made all the subs, or he made, I don't know, bro. You can tell on the bench, he was like, yo, I do not want to use that motherfucker. That motherfucker is staying sat there. Wait, who was it? It was Lewa, Fermin. Who was the subs? It was Lewa, Fermin, Hector Fort for Eric Garcia. Fort's fast, but I haven't seen him enough to give like a complete analysis. Gavi came in, I believe, and then who was the last sub? Hold up, I actually have to search it up. I want to search it up on FotMob because I genuinely don't know. Ugh, the final. Ugh, I don't want to talk about the final, bro. Who came on for who? Okay. Oh yeah, Araujo came in for Martinez because he was feeling discomfort. I feel like that shit killed us. Of course, Martinez has played a lot of matches this season. He's a little older, but bro, that killed us. Like, I'm not saying Araujo is bad, but I'm saying he's inconsistent in this back line. He's really inconsistent. Fermin for Dani Olmo, Lewa for Ferran, Hector for Garcia, Kubarsi, Pau for Pau, and then Gabi for Pedri. Taremi came on for Lautaro Martinez. Vertezi came on for Chanaloglu. Man, Di Marco was getting he was getting mollywopped by Lamine Yamal. Oh yeah, that penalty. It was not a penalty. Like, I mean, rushed in, but it was like barely outside the box. It was fair. What do you guys think about the game? Like, give me your honest opinion. Of course, I know a lot of Madridistas are happy, but what a match, man. I genuinely don't know what more to say. Of course, I can talk about quickly about the Copa del Rey final. Madrid, the problem with Madrid's team is they play very, like, the front three, or like the big three, or like the bigger players. Mbappe, Vinicius, and Bellingham, they play very selfishly. Because I was watching clips on TikTok, I'm like, yo, Arda Guler, that's how Arda Guler, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, I'll just say it in Spanish, Guler, open 3-4 times in that entire match, and to score, nobody passed him the ball. And yeah, you know what's crazy? Wait, no, he Chandler never played for Arsenal. I feel like he would be a type of player to play for Arsenal, though. Probably in career mode, he must have went to Arsenal, or probably bought him on Arsenal. I don't know. Like, he gives me the gunner logo type player. Next season for Barca, I feel like get like a new forward, a new striker. Like, Lewandowski was solid all season to a certain extent, of course, but injuries. Get a new fullback that could play consistently, because Koundé played a lot of matches and we missed him. Alejandro Valde, of course, sadly he got injured. Of course, Jere Martin was solid to pick up the mantle, but he doesn't have the same characteristics. I guess a new right back. Hector Ford, I have not seen him enough to really give him anything. I guess a new midfielder. I would say a new midfielder who can come in and slot right in, not starting, because I still love Frankie De Jong. I feel like Frankie De Jong could be better. Like, his trajectory in his career was very solid. Hold up, I'm trying to find the team. Frankie De Jong. How old is Frankie? He's like 20. He's 27. What? Wait. Hold up. The 2019 final. I'm trying to do basic math. He was 2021. He just turned. Okay, he's about to turn 28. He was 20. He was in his early 20s when we signed him. I mean, what is he? I mean, he's won a decent amount with us. Just never. He's won 2 Super Cups, 2 Copa del Reys, 1, hopefully another La Liga. Depends on this weekend. Never won anything for the Netherlands as of yet. Damn, man. Well, he always has better ratings too, but it's because he just doesn't score assists. That's not really his thing. That's Pedri's thing. He plays more of a defensive player, like a ball winner. There you go, a ball winner, if you will. Even though Pedri literally, that man's more acrobatic than a motherfucker. But yeah, in your opinion, GG to Inter. I'm not there's no bad blood. I know Inter played a hell of a match too. They were on for a treble too. Literally let's say 2 weeks ago, they were on for an entire treble. Now, this is probably the only thing they can play for. I think they're 3 points down to Napoli in first place. I think it's Napoli or Atalanta. I think it's Napoli, because I don't think Atalanta are even in. I think Atalanta is 6th, I think. I'm not going to check because it's just so much work. For Barca, win a domestic treble. Hansi Flick's first season, semi-final as well. The UCL, that's a pretty solid season, I'm not going to lie. Of course, we don't play Club World Cup, so which is, of course, kind of sucks, but the players will get a good 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3-4 weeks of rest, which they need, and we'll see how that goes from there. But thank you guys so much for watching my little rant. It's not really a rant, more than anything it's talking. I almost cried. I don't feel like crying, but we'll see. It's been Kev. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.